Hello, top level managers around the world. Welcome back to your channel, Mamun Prefer Gaming. Mamun Prefer Gaming is your channel because you're all top 11 managers, and Mamun Prefer Gaming always make content only on top 11. So it is your channel and you should subscribe your own channel. So guys, in this video, I am going to show you 5 tips to win matches in top 11 2024. So basically, it's not about outside of matches tips. It's in match situation, what sort of step you can take. No difficult match you can win only taking steps inside the match, guys. There will be many steps that you need to take in order to develop your club outside of the match. That means before playing match, you will have many things to do in order to make the match a successful match. And if you want to win a tournament, if you want to win matches, you will have to take those sort of steps. But in this video, I am not going to talk about those steps. For an example, you can talk about training, how important training is to win a match it can be. But I'm not going to talk about these. You know about these and you will have to do your own. I am going to show you what sort of step you can take during match to win a match. Tips number 1 fire status. Guys, in this match I have started playing the 11 who are all on fire, as you can see. So all my players are on fire, which is very, very important to play in final, because when your players are on fire, they perform, they are eager, they're really eager, they perform really well as they are more eager to perform. So this is the must you should have in these sort of days, because many of your opponents are now using money and they're having really great quality player. Now your opponent may have superb moral, they're not gonna go for poor moral or maybe very good moral. They're gonna go for superb moral in final. And what you can do is just have one fire. When your all players are on fire and your opponents are not on fire, then surely you're gonna get a slightly advantage here. Surely a bit of advantage here will go on favor of you. Maybe in future I'm gonna make another video how I go all players on fire during finals of tournaments such as Cup, Champions League, So wait for those videos. Tips number 2, 99 player condition. Now many of you think that 90 condition is okay. I don't need more than that, that's enough. But honestly speaking, you need to be top. You need to always ensure that you are doing 100%. When you do that, when you do 100%, that means you are equal to your opponent. You shouldn't give any opportunity, any advantage to your opponent. When you are short on preparation, in that sort of situation, this sort of team 10% lower than you or 10% higher than you or similar team to you, this sort of situation, they get advantage. And then just for this sort of small calculation, they get win over you. Like 3-2 win, it can be 2-1 win or 1-0 win. This way they get benefit. Small margin, small calculation of preparation also make difference, because all things count, all things count. Learn how to change tactic, because one thing that I always told you that set tactic doesn't work always, and you keep commenting me the same thing. What is the tactic for this formation? To be very honest, no set tactic for any formation. Any formation you give no set tactic. Yes, initially you can start with set tactic, a default tactic. That's what I do. But when you need, in terms of situation, you need to change tactic. Imagine you have used an attacking mentality tactic while you are using 4-3-3, but you are not gonna change. You're not gonna change. You got this tactic because once anyone said this one is the best tactic, and you started to use that tactic for 4-3-3. But what happened when your opponent exactly get the tactic also what they need to take for your formation 4-3-3? So, I mean, to play against your formation 4-3-3, what sort of tactic they need to use if they know what will happen? Because it's equal game, right? If they are good at tactic, you are also good at tactic. So if they change tactic, the game should be changed, right? So this way the game can be changed as well, and that set tactic may not work. So that's the reason why I don't really like to give any tactic that you ask for a set formation. For a formation, you want a set tactic. This way I don't really like to answer, because when you play a match, you have different situation. In that sort of situation, tactic doesn't work. Those tactic doesn't work, and you may have many problem in your game, in your match. You may short in condition, you may short in moral, you may short in the whole preparation. You may not have enough fan, you may not have good team build. So a lot of things can happen, so you need to understand that as well. So instead of asking me what is the tactic I should use for that opponent, this formation, that formation, you should rather learn your own how you should use tactic. And there are plenty of videos there in my channel also coming next. You can also watch the video on basic tactic rules and how you should use a tactic, what tactics actually for what. So I'm gonna give you also in the comment section some videos that will help you to understand the tactic your own way, not match by match, formation by formation set tactic. Tips number 4, you should have a balanced formation in order to play a final match. Balanced formation means you must have some required players in the attack section, you must have some required player in the midfield section, you must have required player in the defensive zone. After intensive pressure, guys, I got the first goal for the final. It is 57-minute. Hossein strike from a penalty. It was because of intense pressure I was awarded by penalty. When you actually make pressure situation, your opponents will give away free kicks as well. And as I was saying, another goal. It is 2-0 right now in the final. It is 2-0 FC Mount River 2 and AVC FC 0. So let's come into the topic again, that you need to have a formation which can attack at the same time, can defend well, can also have the ball possession. Tips number 5, have more fans than your opponent. You must have fans in order to get position when you play against a top opponent, or when you play any opponent in final of a tournament. You should have fans. What you can do is simply follow my rules that I shared before as well. You need to have different accounts, you need to have multiple accounts, and if you have another device, just log into those accounts and keep supporting your team. This way you can have many fans. And if you don't need to do that, if you have many friends in that sort of situation, you can ask them to support you simply, and they are gonna come to support you. This way you can outplay your opponent possession wise, and these advantages you can have by supporting your own. So it's the 69th minute, and there is another goal. The match is gonna be in control for sure. 3-0 from here will be definitely a win, unless any drama happens late of this match. So let's see what happened. And oh yeah, it is a goal. It is a goal. The goal stand, no offside. So it's 3-0, 72 minutes. I'm expecting a very easy match, dominating match. But it's still time left. Let's see what happened. If they can score from here, it can be very, very interesting. Any drama from here will put me in back foot, for sure. I'm gonna be in trouble if they score 1 or 2 quick goal. And as I was changing my tactic, they scored. It is 3-1 already. They scored while I was changing tactic. I was just about to change my tactic to a defensive one, because I want to hold my leads. I want to make sure that I don't receive any goals. But this is actually very sure that my opponent is trying to score now, and they are, putting more pressure. They are now accelerating. So in this sort of situation, I'm going more defensive, a bit defensive, because I have still 2-goal lead. If I go defensive, I can surely, hold this lead. So sometime when you are 2-1 or 1-0, ahead, in that sort of situation, going too much defensive can be also a problem, can backfire, because once they score, then you cannot score because you're playing defensive, and in that sort of situation, that can backfire. You can also receive a more further goal. So now it's pretty much the situation now to use a defensive tactic, I believe. So let's see what happened. So almost there was another goal. I'm about to change a player. I'm bringing a fresh leg. If he can score one more goal, but it is the whistle that I was looking for, and what a relief. And although this is not the big opponent, but he is a good opponent, you have no chance to say this opponent is very weak. He is a good manager. So if you judge, then you may lose against these sort of teams. 5%, 10%, 12%, doesn't matter.